painfully, I had to listen to not one but two. Oh, I don't know. It's a shame. I actually genuinely like Scott, and it's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. All right. Mm. Anyway, how we doing, everybody? Hope everyone's weekend was great. The weather definitely cooperated. A lot of activities happening. Uh, we had a successful AC truck meet here at Bader Field, the fourth one. A lot of fancy, expensive trucks on display there. Great event. A bunch of flounder tournaments for different reasons, charity and plain old fishing bragging rights. And we got a lot of events coming up. Beer Fest, Midget Wrestling, Seafood Fest. I forget what the Roar to Shore, that state initiative concert venue they have from all over down the East Coast on Jersey. What else? Congratulations to Rob Dotson on his promotion today. Also to Fireman Vicarelli. I think Rob Dotson is a captain now, and so is Captain Vicarelli as well. Congratulations to those two gentlemen. Today, they were sworn in. Yeah. And I think after this weekend, summer's upon us. Everyone's done the graduation parties, everything like that. So, support your small businesses and be patient. Many of us are still short-staffed. So, expect to be out a little bit longer than normal. And just be patient with all of us because majority of us are not 100% staffed as of yet. May not be. I don't know. So, just bear with, 7 days in a week. Not everybody has to go out Friday and Saturday. So, all right. And let's get to the nitty gritty. My man who thinks I stalk him. And I don't. It's amazing how he must feel honored that I report and see and whatever with him and the wrongdoings of him and his wife. But truth be told, just to get it out there now, yes, I was at Home Depot. Yes, I was there every bit of 30 minutes prior. LaQuetta being there. After I was checking out, someone made mention to me because I really wasn't paying attention. May or may not seen the car parked the way it was. Didn't think someone would arrogantly do that. But it was brought to my attention, and that person knew whose car it was, and 100%. I did call the cops. I did post a video. And here's why. She's a superintendent of 4 towns. She's a superintendent of a high school that's one of the biggest in the county. She's a superintendent of a high school that receives a lot of not only AC taxpayer revenue, but the state and county taxpayers as well. So anyone who lives in Atlantic County and beyond, Gloucester, Middlesex, Ocean, Monmouth, Cape May, Salem, wherever in the state of New Jersey. You have an interest in Atlantic City schools, just like some other districts as well, that receive state aid. So, yes, Marty can sit there and say, I didn't cost the taxpayers a dime. Yeah, you're wrong. You cost a lot of people many dimes. For instance, AC School Board went from $260 million to $280 million with a decrease in enrollment. What do you need the extra $20 million for? Salaries. Over-injected, unjustified jobs, $20 million of state tax money. That's anyone who pays a quarterly tax bill. So when you hear mind your business, out of towners keep your mouth shut, and whatever, you kind of can comment because you do have an investment in Atlantic City and also other school districts that may need help as well too. But for a mayor and a superintendent to tell people to mind their business, they're wrong. You know, when you're making 220, when you're making 225 a year off taxpayers' back, you kind of got to take the criticism. That's the point of being in politics, on the national stage or the local stage. It's that simple. The more embarrassing thing is the word racism, that is the ultimate crutch, especially for Marty. Racism. What's racism? I don't like you, Marty. It's no secret. I never liked you. That's my personality. I just don't like you. Tell you to your face. But you hide behind the ACPD with your special detail for years. So you pound your chest as a high almighty leader. You're not. You're soft. If you were that well loved, that well respected, why do you have the security that you have? You don't have a lot of money on you. Number one. You're really not that important of an individual because there's a ton of entities in this town that actually make the decisions, and you just get to do your little dilly-dally dog and pony show bullshit that you do. And what else? What do you bring to the table? What have you ever brought to the table other than being a career politician slash government employee? Have you helped anyone start a business? No. Have you came out of your pocket? Because a lot of people in the hospitality business have said you barely come out of pocket for anything or anything at all. Just now you said you're going to do a tour July 1st and show people what you do in Atlantic City with the homeless and stuff like that. The prosecutor's office has been doing that with not only their officers, but some of our own as well. So what are you showing that hasn't been seen already? There's going to be cameras there. Action News is going to show up. Fox News is going to show up. CNN's going to show up. Who's showing up? What paparazzi showing up? To show what? You climb under a boardwalk one day in your entire life, pick up whatever trash is there. Like you focus on how people don't like you because of your color of your skin. No, people don't like you because you're an asshole. Plain and simple. And a lot of people don't come out and say something is because you and your wife hold their jobs over their head, and or family members. Case in point, the 5 or 6 people that couldn't make a decision to suspend your wife because of a conflict of interest because their sister's cousin's mother's girlfriend's sister's mailman's nephew who drove a truck for the milkman works at the school district. So people aren't talking to you because they fear the retaliation, which you guys do phenomenal. You do a great job of doing that. If you don't follow your lead, you're out, and people depend on you to give them jobs. And it's not even you're not even the employer. You're put in that position. You didn't start Atlantic City. You didn't build Atlantic City. You have zero investment in Atlantic City other than your little house. You don't have an e-store. You don't have a brick and mortar. You have nothing. You've been sucking on the tit of the taxpayers of Atlantic City since God knows when. I guess 93 at your first conviction. No, you were just getting out of high school, college. 2004, when you may have started politics right before I opened up this failing bar that I have that, I don't know, was not failing. So you talk a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. Zero. Just amazing how you just like to talk to hear yourself with the nonsense on how awesome you are and what great you do. What do? You take other people's money, they make yourself look good. And you need the cameras to certify it so you can go to bed at night. As opposed to those who donate, don't need that and do it because they want to do it, not because they have to do it. That's the business person, which you don't understand, and you have your own business academy school that's taught by who? Who is certified to teach that? Who has ever started a business that's ever taught that school or class or whatever you want to call it? Nobody. Not one. Not one. So stop pounding your chest. You're going to crack a rib or something. It's just, it's embarrassing, okay? Yeah, everyone's got their fan club. Hey, Marty, you're doing a good job. Hey, who cares? It's few. Guarantee you, in a perfect world, a lot of people don't like you. You just happen to be a mayor in a town, and you got lucky because Frank smoked you, and you call me a racist. Meanwhile, I was a Frank guy. I still like Frank. But I'm a racist. Help me help you. Most of my clientele is from ethnicities from all over the world. I got the UN every single night here. I'm a racist. Come down here one night. Show your face by yourself. I'll leave you alone. See for yourself. Come down. On me. Actually, no, it's illegal. Charge you happy hour prices. Come on down. Illegal. Are you out of your mind, dude? You talk out of your ass. Anyway. Backtrack. Today, again, and it's embarrassing. God take away from the man that passed away. John Bucci, they put him to rest today, the whole nine, and Marty took it to himself to make himself look good, to put out there, oh, we're going to rename streets and doorways and walkways for John Bucci. How about just go up and say, hey, listen, he's a great man, remembered everyone's birthday, phenomenal supporter of all sports of Atlantic City. We love you. God bless. See you in the next life. Why do you have to advertise you're going to do all this to make yourself look good and this, that, whatever, the whole nine, because you can, because you got the platform to do so? It was not your platform. It was John's platform and his family's. And you had to advertise on it because it's an election year. So we're going to get 2-3 votes out of it if you make it that far. Maybe. We'll see Monday when you go to court. Just embarrassing. You totally just disgraced the departed today, and you smiled about it. How ignorant can you get? How ignorant can you be that you took the limelight from a gentleman It's just amazing. What else we got? Then you're on Scott Cronick talking about how I'm the mayor, Marty Small. Let's get this straight. You've been in office since 2004-5. You've been council president and mayor well over 60% of that tenure. You're acting like you just got here yesterday and you're first coming to Christ, okay? When Don Guardian was here, things went well. Whatever reasons, Frank Gilliam beat him. Smoked you in the primary. Then he wound up beating Don Guardian at the elections. Unfortunately, his term was cut short within 18 months, give or take. And then you've been interim mayor for 2.5 years, and now mayor working on, you may not even finish this full term. We don't know. You got a year and a quarter left. That anything can happen. So you got to be careful. And you pound your chest. You've been in control as council president, which is a more powerful position than the mayor. And then you become mayor. You had one council president go against you. You coerced everyone to vote him out to put somebody else in who's a spineless, mindless individual. And you still have control. So don't act like you turned the tables. You manipulated the tables, which you're surgical at. And yes, you do have a responsibility for how the roads look and everything like that, okay? You're supposed to go out and talk to people about the road diet. No one ever came in here and talked about the road diet. Nobody went to Doc's Oyster House. Nobody went to Pizza de Roma. Nobody. It went to 3-4 stores on the north side of town. No one ever came down. No one ever came down on the southern part of the island and asked what our comments, concerns, whatever word, the entire time when you were whatever think tank about this thing. It ain't gonna work. Okay, you've got $1 billion casino up the street over here, Chopacabana. It's got 3 properties. That's stone cold against it. Okay, the hospital, stone cold against it. 2 biggest employers in southern New Jersey. You might want to sit down and rethink this, because it will be a traffic nightmare 2 months out of the year when we need to have good flow and hospitable passages for our guests to come and go, and this, that, and the third, whatever. You're going to build these bike paths for who? Numerous times going northbound, cars have been driving in the bicycle lane. You talk out of one side out of your mouth, okay? If anything, between now and when you do that, you were better off just milling down the street, making it one level of some sort graded road, as opposed to the potholes in the mountains that you have doing this. Last year, all of these monster trucks were driving up and down, beeping horns, blasting their music, whatever, having a good old time, spent a lot of money. None of them did this year mainly because the roads are crap. They don't want to ruin their investments. You're talking well over $160,000 vehicles at the bottom of the pit, the damn well $250,000 vehicles on the top end of stuff. None of them wanted to drive around. That's money you took out of a lot of people's mouths, because at least milling the situation, or just having an actual correct thought of just paving it and leaving it the way it is, because that will work better. There's documents that it's not good for public safety the way you're going to do it. Maneuverability is going to be terrible. Just like the rocket scientists that had the planners on Atlantic Avenue from Albany to Jackson. They were removed. Why? First responders couldn't get around them. Atlantic Avenue is important because the fire trucks can barely go down Pacific without dealing with traffic. You got to be accommodative on Atlantic Avenue for them to get to the calls, to save people's lives, or whatever they got to do. It's not because it's free money. You're sitting on $94 million of our tax money, and you're doing what with it? It's not meant for you to hold. It's meant for you to spend correctly. Find people that will challenge you and not just agree with you because they're afraid they might get fired. And that's what it is. People are afraid of you because they're afraid they're going to get fired. And where are they going to go? Nowheres. They're here. That's poor leadership. So, at the end of the day, don't flatter yourself. Many people don't like you and your wife. You guys don't operate ethically or morally. You think you're privileged, okay? Let's see. 1993 to 2009, you've had 13 arrests / indictments. You got 4 more coming your way now, okay? The other day, you took it upon yourself of parking like your wife, privileged, at the walk, and you yelled at the meter reader for giving you a ticket. And allegedly, you called him the white devil racist. And the dude's not even white. He's Spanish. Let's investigate that. Let's investigate that. You feel that you can park and do what you want to do just like your wife. You both were wrong. You got caught. And then you start hitting, it's racist. No. That's a crutch you use. Because that's all you have. Because eventually, when this number 2 comes to light, maybe I will say your catchphrase. Till then, it ain't happening. So, friends and foes, either side, mine or Marty's. I'm not trying to persuade people to pick a side or whatever. I just want people to realize what is the actual truth and what it is. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. But I've yet to be wrong outside of dates and timelines. Scott Cronick, you idiot, you say harassment. I beat him in court over that. So since you want to be a brain surgeon and he's using words he don't even have nothing to do, I beat Marty in court because he tried that harassment on me. And he lost miserably. It's not harassment. It's called facts, which both of you do not have. Get your facts straight, then come talk to me. I don't care about anybody else. Just me. I do me. Okay? You know where to find me. Come on down. We'll talk. You can come down and have a drink at my racist bar with every other white, brown, yellow, green, purple, whatever person that's over here. 100%. Biggest racist bar. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Marty. You're the racist, cuz. You're the racist. Whoever shouts it is it. So, everyone have a good time. Friday, Laquetta goes to court. She'll get hit with 3 tickets. Bam! Marty Monday, next Monday, with the prosecutor. Pow! It's going to be a great day on Monday and this Friday. Have a good day.